All right. Okay.
Stuttering John made the news.
Yeah, I know. Because of his NAMBLA press conference. Yeah. We sent John over. We kept quiet about it because we didn't want to get, we want to make sure he got in. But it was a big North American Man-Boy Love Association press conference. And these guys, they're boy lovers, and they're not even ashamed to show their faces and stuff.
No, they be proud is what they say.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing you think you would you would keep in the closet.
But they contend that this is not an illness, that these boys want to have sex with them.
Yeah, they explain all that.
Yeah, barely. All right, I'm going to tease you a little because people are calling in angry. They've been waiting all morning. One guy stayed home from work just to hear the North American Man-Boy Love Association press conference. Personally, I think C-SPAN should have covered it. It should have been an hour-and-a-half, 2-hour thing.
I don't know why TV didn't cover it. It was just press.
It was just press.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, they say John ruined the whole press conference. Didn't everyone walk out after you started?
Yeah, when I started the whole thing, people started filing out.
Really? What did they do?
They started filing out of the place. Because one of the guys, when I started, the Straight Men's Association got up and,
Yeah, it became a whole fight. There's a Straight Men's Association, which rightly so, they say, hey, listen, anywhere this NAMBLA shows up, we're going to show up and scream. But they started screaming at John, not at NAMBLA. I was shocked. Anyway, so they open up the press conference. I'm not going to play you the whole hour and a half, Robin, but they open up the press conference. Yes. I'll give you a little teaser. Because tomorrow I'm going to play the whole thing.
Do you want me to just tell you how it's set up?
Yeah. Well, Ratso was there, so he was telling me on the phone last night. It was fascinating.
Yeah, there are two guys from NAMBLA, sitting down at the table. The Straight Men's guy and the director of the film.
We were all going to go, I was thinking about that, Robin.
Came, and then our friend, the guy who went out, our friend, but the Be Proud guy, Be Proud. He didn't want to sit so he's sitting in the, with the audience.
Yeah.
So that's what's happening.
You mean he didn't want to be up on the stage?
No, he's not up on the stage.
The guy who goes.
Did anybody sort of look at you lovingly?
Well, yeah. At one point during this thing, the guy from NAMBLA sitting at the table looks and goes, "Hey, Stuttering John."
Well, they liked you. I mean, evidently two of the guys were fans of the show.
Yeah, well, the one guy knew the show way too much. I mean,
No, there's no law against man-boy lovers listening to the show, I suppose. We can't ban them from listening, can we, Robin?
I guess not.
So anyway, okay, so this is like, I'm taking this sort of midstream here. I don't want to play the whole thing because we're running out of time, but first they get up, they were showing a movie about Man-Boy Love.
Right, called Chicken Hawk, right?
Yeah, so they were talking about their reactions to the movie and stuff, and they're up there on stage, and one boy lover is up there on stage, and he's going to pass off to another boy lover to talk.
One of the funniest things about the movie is that they had this gay parade, and the gay people going, "We have nothing to do with them. We don't want anything to do with NAMBLA. I promise."
All right.
Pretty fun. You got to see the movie. Huh?
Even they're repulsed.
Yeah.
People were willing to speak so truthfully about their most intimate parts of their lives.
So this guy's all freaked out because he says, hey, isn't it unbelievable that everyone is willing to get on camera and speak about their love of boys?
Yeah. So how could it be wrong?
Even though I'm a boy lover myself, I was shocked to see it. I almost assume that a lot of people here might have the same reaction. We have a very diverse culture in many ways. And I think most people, thank goodness, are just beginning to accept some of the diversity.
I think John's having a little boy love with that microphone.
What is he doing with the
What are you doing with the mic?
I just got it a little closer. I gave it a grill, and he stood underneath them.
Okay.
And here we go with something brand new. And it takes a little while getting used to. And even as a boy lover, being a NAMBLA for 15 years, I was a little shocked to see it.
Right. Well, for me, NAMBLA is a vehicle for reducing the amount of suffering in this world.
Now, you got to listen to this guy. This is great, isn't it? He's going to explain what NAMBLA does for him and why everyone shouldn't be so hard on boy lovers. But his explanation is virtually not understandable. Because what did he just say, Robin? He said
it's a vehicle for me.
Yeah. What is it?
It's a vehicle for me reduce a lot of the feelings that is vented against NAMBLA.
Yeah, wait, you got to hear the rest of
To
this.
reduce the suffering.
Yeah, reduce the suffering.
Humans, as I understand it, suffer because of their inner division, because their natural wholeness, the thing that would produce their happiness or their sense of completeness or spontaneity in life, has been attacked by various ideas in our society.
What about the parents who suffer?
Wait a minute. This is the second time today that I've just wanted to jump on a person and beat them to
I know.
You see, this is their sense of wholeness and completeness
and spontaneity
that is being attacked.
What about the parents' completeness?
And the child's wholeness.
Right.
It's been breached.
One of the scariest things about the movie is they show the guys and the little kids in the bakery, and just seeing
it's weird.
Yeah, it's
yeah,
very
I know. I saw some of it. It's pretty wacky.
That are extremely prejudicial, extremely antisocial. And so, as a beginning step to transforming the consciousness of our race, it seems to me that we need to begin to examine the truth of our common life, the truth of our common feelings, not according to some stereotype, not according to some made-up abstraction about each other, but looking at each other as nearly as we can in an objective, sane, respectful way.
So there's a lot of that going on. This is before anyone gets to ask questions. Then, we have about 100 questions because we're curious. So we went there stacked with questions, but it turns into a big fight because there's this guy there who's real radical.
Right, his name is McDonough.
McDonough.
You sons of bitches!
Yeah, he's unbelievable. I mean, and he's right. He's mad at them. What was he mad at us for? We're trying to paint these guys in a bad light.
Thomas F. McDonough.
Yeah, him. He started wigging out on John.
Yeah.
F. M. O. McDonough.
All right, I'll play a little of that just to get you psyched for tomorrow. Wait, here.
Take another question. Come on.
Can I ask a couple questions, guys? Sorry. This is for WXRK Radio. What are the best
Western show?
Yeah. What are the best hiding? Hi. What are the best hiding places to molest a boy at Disney World?
Oh my goodness, that's even better than I was used to. Howard, you stumped me. Do you have one for
We're
that?
opposed to molesting any young people of any age or anyone of any age. So that would be our answer. There should be no hiding place for anyone who wants to do that.
Now they're upset by molesters.
Right, I'm telling you, these children are seducing.
I know. They really believe these kids know what they're doing.
I get into a whole discussion with them about that.
All right. Well, we're teasing this for tomorrow. You got to hear this. This is unbelievable.
We are opposed to molesting anyway, so I guess they would do it right out on the teacup ride.
Right.
Do your dates ever scream for their mommy or daddy?
Do the what?
Do your dates ever scream for their mommy or daddy?
Do our dates have a scream for mommy?
Do your dates ever scream for mommy or daddy?
Oh, Howard. Oh, Robin. Oh, Fred. More. Stuttering John, where have you gone?
How about you?
Yeah, this is really an amazing thing. Speaking of screaming for mommy or daddy, we had one of these priests in Chicago, as I remember, and a boy who apparently had recovered memories, a cardinal or whatever.
Now, in the background, you start to hear the guy who's getting pissed off.
All right.
He don't like this. Now, I think getting up there and saying, hey, do your dates ever scream for mommy or daddy? I don't think that's a complimentary question.
Had so-called recovered memories. Well, it turned out that he said that over a period of a year, like 3 times a week. Now, we're talking about hundreds of times this boy participated, as he said, in what must have been consenting relationships with this priest, and he never said anything to anyone until years later. I may say that I'm a little doubtful of this evidence, and this is a response to your question about screaming for mommy or daddy.
Apparently, his memories were achieved through hypnosis, and very recently, I'm sure the press knows, that the boy...
Do you have any idea what they're talking about?
Yes, they're talking about... Remember last week I told you about the guy who had accused the cardinal of molesting him, and then he said, well, you know, I'm really not sure about my memories now.
What I'm saying is, do you have any idea what their rationale in bringing this up is?
Yes, well, they're saying basically that when boys grow up...
Yeah.
And now they're subjected to the pressures of society.
Yeah.
Of course they're going to claim that when these things happened as children, that they were molested instead of consenting.
Oh, they didn't know.
Now realizes that some of these memories are not valid, and he withdrew the charges against the cardinal.
Can you guys name the top 5 kids in movies and what you'd like to do to them?
John over here. Come on, Joey, let's go.
Who's that?
But that's the guy getting pissed. He's going, hey, what's this BS with Stuttering John over here?
Who's Joey? Come on, Joey, let's go.
Joey's William, his buddy with him.
Yeah, so wait a second. So wait.
We get one from Straight Kids USA before they walk.
Can I ask you a question? I can't ask you anything? So you think that people are gay, it's inherent in their, before they're born. Is that correct?
I said there's no proof that they were born that way. There's other ways that they can, too, become homosexual.
Like how?
Like getting adopted and nurtured into that environment, like getting raped and in the ass for quite a few times by NEMLA members that will push them into that perverted lifestyle. What else do you want to know? Make a joke of it and I'll knock down your ass.
I'm going to ask you, why are you so angry?
I'm angry because you're making a joke of this whole pedophile situation.
I'm not asking.
What, too? Where do you find kids hiding in Disneyland? What is this, a joke with you?
No, it's not a joke
at all. It's not a joke with me either.
No, it's not a joke with me.
Well, why are you making light of this whole thing?
By the way, this is for WXOK Radio.
Oh, so we're going to make a big joke about kids.
I'm not making a joke out of it.
Your questions are really, really hilarious. You're a wise guy. This is a very touchy subject. We're talking about kids getting raped, molested, pushed into a homosexual lifestyle. We're talking about kids being emotionally disturbed because of this, and you're making light of it. You're a wise guy.
Do you view homosexuality as a bad thing?
First of all homosexuals are not pedophiles, okay? I have nothing wrong with a person who wants to be a homosexual. We do not teach anybody at Straight Kids to hate homosexuals, okay? We tell them they lost their way. You cannot go that way, okay? You have to be natural, in tune with nature, okay? Nature's an absolute. It's carved in stone, okay? That's what we tell them. Don't become a homosexual. That's all we're saying. We're not saying to hurt homosexuals. We don't teach hate, all right? And as far as NEMLA being an obvious target, we're going after them. We demonstrate anywhere they might be or any pedophile, whether they're with NEMLA or not, to expose them to the neighborhood so parents can watch their children. You find a problem with that?
No, I'm not saying
Well, don't make light of this damn subject over here with these stupid questions, and I will leave.
Because there's plenty of press here that has a lot of questions.
So the guy...
All right.
So the guy leaves, but then he waits around for you, right? Because you interview him later.
Yeah. He was waiting outside for me.
What kind of leaving is that?
He looks very intimidating. He's like
He's a big guy?
Yeah, he looks like he's about 6 foot tall, but he's one of those
stocky guy,
burly cop kind of guy, like a big
big guy.
Yeah, and an angry guy. You know?
Yeah, well.
You know what the funniest thing that guy said was? He's like, you mother beef, you son of a bitch. We don't teach hate.
But so he's threatened to leave.
I'm just giving you a teaser for tomorrow's show. This is nothing.
That guy sounded like a bouncer who hadn't had a good fight in a couple
Right.
You want to ask questions? Anybody else?
No, John.
Well, I can continue.
So why did Namble want that guy to stay so bad?
Because
of the wonderful things he does. Hey, we're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz.
Did you guys plan that? Did you plan that?
What?
Did you have that planned?
Yeah, we planned that you were going to stutter.
If I ever did. Hey,
They've been waiting for that for years.
Did you have that planned?
I didn't sound like you did. The NAMLA guys didn't want everyone to leave. So he especially didn't want this guy to leave.
So you ruined the press conference.
Yeah,
so that's good.
So now people are filing out.
You mean even the restraint press is filing out?
But now I think I'm going to get booted. So I run over to Bernardo, our friend, and start asking him questions right in the middle of this man. Can you name the top 5 kids and movies that you'd like to do?
Oh, come on. This is irrelevant, really, to the conversation.
Why?
Let me ask you just one more question. I'll stop. Do you watch the Mickey Mouse Club in the nude?
No, I don't.
No.
I'm sorry to give you a serious question, but that's as far as
Okay, all right, go ahead. Everyone go. All right, I'm sorry. Daniel, I'm sorry.
You watch the Mickey Mouse Club in the nude. Well, does he? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, now these guys are acting like they don't have any perversion.
Yeah, right. It's like suddenly our questions aren't serious.
And they don't go to the movies looking at young boys and finding them attractive.
Now, why is, I admire the guy from whatever it's called, Straight Kids. I think what he's doing is good work. I mean, if he's trying to disrupt NAMBLA meetings, I think I'm all for it. But at the same point, why wouldn't you want somebody there asking these questions to point out how ridiculous these guys are?
Yeah, I mean, to point out the pedophilia, that they really are pedophiles.
I mean, should we have a serious press conference with these guys? That's great stuff with that guy yelling at you. Does he yell at you some more later?
Yeah.
Let's wait till tomorrow. I know you can barely contain yourself. Be proud to wait till tomorrow.
I'm just very disappointed in Ricardo, whatever his name is.
Ronaldo. What, because you couldn't name his favorite 5 guys?
Yeah, he's pretending that he doesn't have 5 favorite boy actors.
I like River Phoenix, but he gone.
I loved Roddy McDowell when he was young.
Yeah, now he's so old, I'm not turned on.
Elijah Wood.
I asked him about Opie.
Who was that in the Terminator next to Arnold Schwarzenegger? He was a cute guy.
Yeah, I would have liked to know what his type is, too, if Macaulay Culkin, whatever he calls him.
Well,
The young Joey Lawrence.
Or the John Stamos still has a fine buttocks. Yes. And
how do the boys seduce you, Ricardo?
I like the Nickelodeon channel. They got young people on that. Also, Macaulay Culkin is too smart. He would not be a man-boy lover because he knows too much. He's watched by too many people, too sensitive, whatever. This would not be good.
You didn't ask him any Michael Jackson questions.
Yes, I did.
Oh, Rob. Don't accuse us of that.
Oh,
you don't know what you're saying. Don't say.
Put it this way, there was 6 questions. Oh, I got 6 questions. There's like 20 questions.
There's 20. You heard 6 of the maybe 25 questions. John, I love Runaways. This is my favorite. To take a boy who has
no
family whatsoever, and I really mean no family, no ties, no connections, vulnerable. To take them home, to clean them, to feed and worship them would be nice. So I am not attracted to Macaulay Culkin. A boy at a bus station who is a runaway, who bends over. That's a weekend for me, personally.
A nice dirty boy.
Dirty, filthy, stinky boy.
Big ears.
Yeah, big ears. Big elephant-like ears.
Big ears.
I mean, that's a bus ticket to heaven. Be proud. Yeah. Be proud. Be brave. Be proud. Do not despair.
Be a boy lover.
I am sorry to give such a serious answer.
Yeah.
Mickey Mouse is irrelevant.
Whatever happened? That's an irrelevant question. I bleed them like a dog.
Healthy clotting action.
Yes. Why don't you go sit on a Band-Aid, I tell him, and I'll be back.
Pack your BVDs with Scotty.
Right. I don't want to hurt them. I want to love them.
Until they scream.
Scream. Ay, cucaracha. All right. Take a break.
Did you ever ask these people, too, if they throw, at what point do they throw the boy out?
Wait till you hear tomorrow, darling.
Pubic hair.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things they explain, but I won't give it away.
To give it away would be wrong. I want to play it for you first time tomorrow. Boys are so great. How do you explain to any of you so-called straights what I'm talking about?
Some kind of a sane manner.
Yeah, how will perception change if you make jokes? Now, what was that? You want to know my lifestyle? Well, I bring the boy home. If it's a Sunday, most Sunday, they must sit on 3 pillows to watch cartoons because they've had some sexual workout. The only thing they can sit on is 3 fluffy pillows for such an occasion. You try to sit down. Robin, you know what I'm talking about. Did you try to sit down?
These are standard issue Nambla pillows.
I was hardly a boy.
That you could say again.
Pillows in cellophane.
Again, you could say that.
Nambla pillows. Nambla cellophane pillows.
You are very feminine. If they hold still, I reward them with Rice Krispies and Nutty New Yorker. We ask them about everything, like what snacks they give the kids and everything.
Well, yeah, some of the questions were even in the paper.
What'd they say?
The questions they have listed here are... Did you ever make love to a child while the Barney song was playing?
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Were you ever a scoutmaster? And do you pick up more dates with Pez or Chunkies?
Yeah. All right. We're gonna take a break, and we'll be back with the news. And tomorrow you'll hear the complete Nambla tapes right after these words.